don't know if you know, but it is a hot tea summer. That is right. Tea-based drinks make the ultimate warm weather refreshers. And here with zero proof cocktails steeped to perfection is drink expert Evelyn Chick. Welcome back. Okay, so Evelyn, what is it about tea that you think makes a great base for zero proof cocktails?
I love using teas in any cocktails, but especially zero proof, because depending on the tea that you're using, how the tea leaves are dried, whether or not you use a black tea or something herbal, it creates a really nice depth of flavor and also texture. So you can do something more concentrated like a matcha that we were gonna use, or something a little bit lighter, more florality like chamomile and black tea. It's just fantastic as an ingredient.
Well, let's get this party started. We're making an English breakfast martini. You had me at breakfast and then martini.
And then martini as well, yes. But the best part, this is non-alcoholic, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's get in.
Okay,
Check it.
so first, what I did was actually infuse a Seedlip Grow 42. It's a non-alcoholic distillate with like lemongrass, ginger, orange flavors to it with some English breakfast tea. So all I did was plop a tea bag in there, let it sit for a couple hours, and now aromatics, super, super delicious.
Ooh, that's nice.
So we're gonna plop that into your large shaker tin right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a rich syrup. A rich syrup is just 2-to-1 sugar-water ratio. So it's a more intensified sweetener with
It's a little
lesser
thicker.
volume.
She's a
Yeah,
little
there you
thicker.
go.
That's like a simple syrup, but the ratio's just a little more amped up.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. It gives you a denser sweetening agent.
Okay.
And then some lemon juice.
Okay.
Just like give it a nice pop.
Okay.
The last thing we're gonna do is do a foamer. So this is just aqua bava. It's like chickpea water. Yeah, we've used this before
Don't
on the
throw
show.
out your chickpea water.
Don't throw out chickpea water. It's frosted up
Amazing.
without having to add egg whites to it. So you 3 or 4 drops like
Cute.
this.
I didn't even know you did this.
There you go.
I'm so excited.
Okay, and what we love doing now is gonna shake it up. We're
My
just
inner
gonna do
bartender
it.
is very happy.
There you go. Okay, so now we're going to strain it into your little vintage teacup.
I got a little too
I got
cold,
you.
Evelyn.
I got you. Don't you worry.
There we go.
Okay,
She's
this
got
is
it.
teamwork. Teamwork makes
A
the
little
dream work.
rusty.
There you go.
Over
There you
here.
go.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Okay,
you.
so we're gonna strain it into your teacup right
strain it.
here.
Good call, good
There
call.
you go. Perfect.
Oh, it is foamy.
How frothy is that? So it kind
Gosh.
of mimics like a little London fog.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Pretty.
excited
There
to
you
try
go.
this.
Pretty.
So
Okay,
this
here we
is
go.
your first cocktail. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Right.
It does not taste at all what I thought. That is
Guys, I all
beautiful.
want you to try it. It's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm
So
not-
glad.
I want to drink this all summer long.
Yes, hot
This
tea
is gorgeous.
summer.
What other types of tea do you think would work well in any kind of martini?
So I think something a little bit more robust, like a black tea, or something like a more intensified green tea is good for infusions. So the flavors really pop when you put it in something that's a non-alcoholic
This is
distillate.
delicious, delicious. All right, next up we're gonna be making, I'm so excited to try this, a matcha colada.
Yes.
And you're gonna try with concentrated matcha tea and it's gonna float on top of our drinks. Take us through this one.
Okay, so first things first, I love pina coladas. Who doesn't love one?
Yes.
Especially a non-alcoholic, no guilty, no guilt. So what I'm gonna do, you already have the matcha teas made for you. How I prepare like a matcha concentrate is put some matcha powder in the bowl, a little bit of water like that. And what we're gonna do is whisk it. So it forms a little paste like that. And that's just going to kind of cascade through the drink. So we're gonna set it aside for now.
That's matcha powder.
Powder,
just
yeah.
water.
Just
and
water,
whisk.
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so what it does, it gives it a really nice like florality, a little bit of bittersweet element to it. It's really, really delicious. So in your big tin, we're gonna throw in a little bit of cane distillate. So kind of like a non-alcoholic rum sort of deal. So we're gonna throw that into your big tin right here.
Ooh, smells good.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic rum.
Yeah, there you go.
better
It's
than
the
There's a
world.
whole world.
The whole world out
The
there.
whole world.
She's like,
Fascinating. okay.
okay, and then the second thing we're gonna throw in is a horchata. For those of you who know, a horchata is a rice-based beverage, so normally cooked down rice, a little bit of water, you can flavor it with cinnamon or sugar cloves. Yeah, you wanna taste it.
professional does this.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I did was sweeten it. Again, a 2-to-1 sugar ratio, and we're gonna throw it in there.
Okay.
It's gonna give it some like really nice toasty notes, some nutty notes. It's gonna be fantastic. And then a little bit of lime juice.
Okay,
That's
I know
it.
this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Do we throw all the matcha in there?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
We're gonna
Okay.
do it
We just-
later. We're gonna
so
do
we
it
shake
later.
it
So
up,
we're gonna
shake?
shake as well.
Right.
You're pros, right? We're pros here.
Totally.
Okay, so now we're gonna strain it into a rocks glass that you have in front of you. There you go. Look at that color. So what?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So now we're gonna grab your little matcha, give it a whirl
Okay.
because the powder does settle, okay? And then we're just gonna pour it over and it's gonna cascade down the drink like this. Woo! There you go.
Nice. Okay. All right.
That's so
Very nice. Okay.
Right?
Cheers. Oh, yes.
This is wonderful.
Melly likes matcha. Yes. This is the one.
It's very
this
popular.
Is so great.
Wow.
So since matcha is such an intense flavor, what other cocktails would work well with this?
I usually do things that have a little bit more texture, a little bit more creaminess. So, you know, people loving a matcha latte, something like that. So in a gin sour or a non-alcoholic gin sour, something like that to add a bit of texture to it. It'll balance out the bitterness.
Okay, matcha's not everybody's cup of tea for some people.
Yeah.
So what else would work well in this colada?
You know, I would go the complete opposite. So something like a chamomile tea or chrysanthemum to pop up that like florality that you get from the horchata would work really well. Okay. And you can do it the same method. Just brew it in a concentrated form and then just float it on top.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, this is your drink of summer, I feel.
That's it.
This is your
that
new
is
drink.
yours.
I'm done.
Okay, on to our last tea. It's a sweet tea drink, so tell us about it while we sip.
Okay, so this is kind of inspired by a Persian tea. So I used 4 ounces of an Earl Grey. So it's a cream Earl Grey from a local tea purveyor called Genuine, and they do sustainably sourced teas, and I love them. And I added some aromatics to it. So there's like some rose petals, some cardamom, and a little bit of date sugar if you'd like. So if you take a sip, I kind of like did it a little bit ahead of time. You can serve it cold, you can serve it hot. Just throw everything in a teapot, and that's it.
It's very luxurious.
Super luxurious.
Now you used Earl Grey in this drink, but what other types of tea would work well?
So you can also do something a little bit lighter, like a green tea that will kind of bring out a little bit more florality, or you can do something really smoky like a lapsang souchong that has another depth of flavor as well. So you can play around with this recipe and kind of adjust the
Make it
herbs
your
as you
own.
go.
You did.
And this one, you didn't use any non-alcoholic spirits in this drink, but if you were to add a non-alcoholic spirit, which one would you recommend?
Something like Lumet, a non-alcoholic gin, will be really good because it's got some citrus element to it, gives it a nice pop.
I have to just say, I know you have to do the extra, but someone who's almost 2 years without alcohol, this was a deep pleasure.
I'm so glad.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for all of these beautiful summer sippers. Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.